Hi, my throat is fucked. The weather is fucked in Mumbai. Like ठंडा है बट गर्म है, पर ठंडा है बट गर्म है, कुछ समझ नहीं रहा है. सर्दी हो गया है मुझे, गला दुख रहा है मेरा. इट्स जस्ट फक्ड, लाइफ इज फक्ड. हाय, मेरा नाम है अदिति. आप सुन रहे हो कायपन अदिति. दिस इज जनवरी अनहिंज्ड. रोज़ अपलोड करूँगी 7 बजे. आई होप यू ट्यून इन. Let's talk about today's episode because I cannot believe it. This shit went down. This shit happened, okay? Look, comedian or not, you have to say yes to more things in order to experience them, live through it and tell more stories. आप कुछ करोगे ही नहीं ज़िंदगी में, हाँ नहीं बोलोगे, कांड नहीं करोगे, तो स्टोरीज कैसी बनेगी, यादें कैसे बनेगी, राइट? नाउ दिस गाय वॉज अ वॉकिंग टॉकिंग रेड फ्लैग एंड दिस वॉज माई वेरी फर्स्ट टाइम I gave someone my real phone number on a dating app. Oh boy, was he a smooth talking motherfucker. Like, I am usually the most practical, grounded, boundaries high up person you'll ever come across. And so for me to even entertain such person was a shocking revelation even to me. I'm telling you, he was a smooth motherfucker, like smooth talker. And so now you must be like, why didn't you just end it all the minute you found him to be a fuckboy? Well, call me curious. The probability of hooking up with him was zero. He knew it, I knew it. It was just because we were entirely in two different cities and weren't even planning on meeting at any point. So let's take a look at all of the red flags, or at least the few that I can recall. I hope you never come across them, and if you do, run. Don't talk, run, unless you are curious like I did, or unless you are actually looking for one night stand. Then you do you. I'm nobody to tell you. Number one, he was a smooth talker. That I gave my actual real phone number to him. I was shocked. Man, the most practical, the most Taurus, grounded, resting bitch face Aditi, I gave it to him. I was like, kya hi hoga? Take a risk and see what happens. And this is what happened. He turned out to be a fuck boy. I'm like, fuck. मैं क्या बोलूँ? Number two, he admitted that he used to be a fuck boy. Yeah. Emphasis on the word used to be. Now people can change, people can heal from their past traumas. So I remained open and I tried not to be biased. This did not mean I would shut my eyes and my brain and throw my brain out and only think with my heart. I will still question every fucking thing. This is not, what's the show called, टिंडर स्प्लेंडर, और दैट वो वेडिंग वाला ड्रामा जो आया है अमेज़ॉन प्राइम वीडियो पे, wedding.com, आई डोंट नो, कि आप किसी को भी पैसा दे दोगे, वो मांगेगा 15, 20, 20, 15, $20,000 एंड आप दे दोगे. या दैट्स जस्ट नॉट इट. Number 3, he asked me if I had an OnlyFans account. Ooh, like this should have been my biggest red flag. What was I thinking? So I played into it. And I said, ki what if I had one? How are you assuming कि I might not? He was so sure कि मेरे पास नहीं होगा, but he made me think and say कि what if I had one? वो जो reverse psychology होता है ना, somehow this fucked me up. I played into it and I told him, so I don't have one, but what if I had one? For all we know, there might have been a lot of, general में बोल रही हूँ कि there might be a lot of Indians, there might be a lot of South Asians on OnlyFans. Who the fuck knows? But I strongly believe we women own our own bodies, not men, not government, no one. Anyways, I was a bit offended and flattered at the same time because he thought I, the Aditi who did not have any self-respect or self-esteem, who was rejected by so many fucking men in just the pool of arranged marriage, as well as क्या बोलेंगे, whoever I approached in life, in the pool of life and just in arranged marriage, that person, she was fucking flattered that she that he thought I was only fan worthy. I was like, oh my god, I'm flattered that he thinks I might have one. He responded saying if he can have a free subscription. I told him if I had one, so what? So kya? What if I have one? And he's like, can I have a free subscription? Insert puke emoji right here. I said no, of course. फ्री में कौन देता है? पहले तो आप मेरे फ्रेंड भी हो तो भी मैं आपको फ्री में कुछ भी दूंगी नहीं. आप मेरे दुकान पे आओगे तो आपको ख़रीदना पड़ेगा. फ्री में कौन देता है भाई साहब? फ्री में खाना मिलता है क्या आपको? नहीं ना. Number 4, he talked about sex more than normal because he had high sex drive, high testosterone level, and so he talked about it. I was like, okay, this is weird. Okay, right. Number 5, I validated a lot of shit by simply saying at least he wasn't lying. I appreciate, how honest and transparent he was. But the present day Aditi thinks, who knows how much was it all a lie and how much he was saying the truth. Now the conversations later started feeling a lot like a long foreplay on the chat. He used a lot of reverse psychology, and he made it seem like I wanted to see his ding-along ding dick pic. At one point, he started counting down on the chat so I would crack under the pressure. Like he sent 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. He started sending that. I was like, what the fuck does this guy think? That it would be a huge turn on to see a random person's random dick pic? Who the fuck finds a dick pic hot? Post overthinking, I realized he must have already had it in his phone, meaning he must have already sent it to a shit ton of other victims of unsolicited flashing. Ladies, and gentlemen, if anyone ever sends you a dick pic, you send one back. A bigger, better, more colorful one. That would surely make people stop and question and probably turn around and walk away the fuck from you. But honestly, on a serious note, don't do this. Please realize that this is such a turn off for everybody, yeah. Just I don't even have this is just not okay. Number 7, he talked about his obsession with left hand and naming his left hand. He gave a name to his left hand because that's what his left hand looked like to him. A woman's name, basically, ladki ka naam tha. I'm not gonna mention it. At that time, I was questioning this guy's sanity. I'm like, are you for real? Are you for fucking real? I clearly don't know how men are in society. Maybe I don't have enough guy friends. Number 8, he will only talk when he had the time to talk. That's it. And he would not even pick up the call. I mean, he'll like make stupid क्या बोलेंगे, assumptions नहीं, बहाने बनाना कि okay, no, I'm here, I'm out, I'm sitting with friends, family, blah blah blah, I don't know. And he would talk only when he had the time to talk, which was okay, bizarre. Number 9, he told me if he didn't see my picture on my WhatsApp profile, or if I didn't see his WhatsApp profile picture, we should assume that one of us has blocked the other person. And I honestly was like, okay with this, like, fine, that's fine, like, theek hai. Because I knew I would never be meeting him considering different cities and all, but I guess he did care, maybe a little. Because as an experiment, I removed my profile picture and he asked me whether I had blocked him, which in hindsight I should have now that I look back, yeah, but he did reach out and he did ask, so here we are. Number 10, I learned a lot from him, to be very honest. As a fuckboy, I've not come across a lot of fuckboys, or at least who openly admit to it, कि हाँ हम थे, right? I had questions for him, and that was the only reason I even entertained him, because I wasn't like, I wanted to understand the psyche, the logistics. Like, I wanted to know how a fuckboy would feel about monogamy. What would happen if the girl wants to invite a third person to hook up? How about a threesome? Etc. etc. Like, I literally went there. I asked. Anyways, at the end of the day, I never met him. Of course, I blocked him because he eventually stopped messaging him. So he was traveling back home, and now, like, he did not see the point to have such contact. I did not even see to be communicating even with him. And so that's that. Moral of the story, stop wasting your fucking time if there is nothing in it for you. I got my episode out. Yeah. I'll see you tomorrow. Lol, bye.